A score of 73 points in Gameweek 15 has put an end to the streak of red arrows, seeing a rise up to 83,000. Newcastle appeared to be cruising at 3-0, but Southampton pulled back a consolation goal in the 89th minute to deny Nick Pope his clean sheet. Not for the first time this season, Kieran Trippier was spared the wipeout after being subbed off early. The England right-back set up Joe Willock with a perfectly weighted through ball. Mo Salah struck twice against Spurs to help Liverpool to their first away win of the season. The late decision to give him the captain's armband after there were suggestions that neither Foden or Haaland would start for Man City paid off handsomely. Erling Haaland came off the bench to see a goal disallowed by VAR before eventually scoring an injury time winner from the penalty spot. He fired a match-leading total of 4 shots during a 26-minute cameo. So let's move on to discuss the transfer plans for Gameweek 16. This will of course be the final gameweek before the break for the World Cup, so it's a chance to take a 1-week punt before the unlimited transfers kick in post-deadline. Phil Foden is the main concern in the squad, after being named on the bench for 3 consecutive league matches. His ceiling is high if he does start at home to Brentford, but the threat of yet another one-pointer is tempting me towards selling. I'll wait until after the midweek cup matches before moving, in case there are any clues or hints there. Bukayo Saka is perhaps the most obvious replacement from a long list of potential options in midfield, including Rashford, Trossard and Maddison. With 3 goals and 2 assists in his last 5 outings, Saka has averaged 8.1 points per 90 minutes. Only Almiron has played a direct hand in more goals during that period amongst midfielders, but owning 3 Newcastle players already means he's unfortunately not an option for me to bring in. The more exciting punt I could go with instead is Dejan Kulusevski, freshly back from injury and likely to earn a start at home to Leeds. Prior to his 6-match absence, the Swede amassed 4 goal involvements in his first 7 appearances of the campaign, averaging 5.7 points per 90 minutes. Leeds and Wolves have both been fairly porous defences over the last 4 matches, conceding 9 and 10 goals respectively. If by the end of the week Phil Foden is looking more likely to start for whatever reason, an alternative move I might consider is Nick Pope to Aaron Ramsdale. Arsenal have kept 3 clean sheets in their last 4 matches, where Ramsdale has averaged 6 points per game. Wolves have scored the fewest number of goals in home matches this season, with 5. It is a rather boring move for a 1-week punt, however, with a low ceiling of potential points to be gained. So with all that being said, Foden to Saka is the move I'm planning on making, and here's how the team is set to line up. Nick Pope has an unfavourable matchup on paper, but Chelsea's recent form offers some hope for a clean sheet. They've scored just 2 goals in their last 4 matches, the fewest of any side, while ranking joint bottom with Crystal Palace for big chances, each with 4. Trent Alexander-Arnold is yet to repay the faith since my decision to bring him back in a couple of weeks ago, but over the last 4 game weeks, he ranks joint top with Kieran Trippier for attempted assists amongst defenders, each with 10. No teammate has created as many as his 3 big chances in that time. Southampton have scored 3 goals in their last 4 matches, with only Chelsea faring worse. João Cancelo will serve his 1-match suspension in the Carabao Cup against Chelsea midweek, allowing him to return to face Brentford in Gameweek 16. Like Southampton, the Bees have scored just 3 goals in their last 4 matches. They've fashioned 6 big chances across their last 4 on the road, with only Wolves, Southampton, Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace producing fewer. Wilfried Zaha was back on the scoresheet against West Ham ahead of an even more appetising fixture this weekend. Over the last 4 game weeks, just 5 midfielders can better his tallies of 9 open play shots and 5 efforts on target. Nottingham Forest have allowed opponents 13 big chances across their last 4 matches, with only Liverpool conceding more. Gabriel Martinelli has found just 2 of his 8 returns in away matches this season, where he's averaged 4.2 points per 90 minutes. But the Brazilian trails only Gabriel Jesus amongst teammates with tallies of 4 big chances and 32 touches in the opposition penalty box. Wolves have shipped 10 goals in their last 4 matches, with no side allowing more. Only Southampton have conceded more than their 11 goals in home matches this season. Callum Wilson was withdrawn at half-time last weekend after feeling lightheaded and dizzy, presumably symptoms of the illness he'd reported earlier that week. He may or may not feature in the Cup midweek, but with 6 days to recover, you'd expect him to be fit to face Chelsea at the weekend. Graham Potter's side have given up 10 big chances in their last 4 matches, with only Leeds, Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa and Liverpool allowing more. Dominic Solanke notched his 7th goal involvement of the season as Leeds came from behind to beat Bournemouth. He's fired a team-leading tally of 9 shots in the box across the last 6 game weeks. Everton have kept just a single clean sheet on the road this term, conceding 8 goals in 7 matches. Only 4 teams have recorded a higher expected goals conceded figure. Pep Guardiola said on Tuesday that Erling Haaland's condition is still not perfect, and while the bone is not broken, a little bit of ligament damage still remains. We'll get another chance to assess him in the Cup midweek, and we saw against Fulham that he's still fully capable of scoring in reduced minutes. But with Mo Salah fully fit and in fine form, there's a dilemma as to who should take the captain's armband. Over their last 4 respective matches, Haaland has recorded 18 shots in the box compared to Salah's 15, and boasts a total of 6 big chances compared to the Egyptians' 4. Brentford have fared ever so slightly worse than Southampton defensively of late, with 12 goals and 14 big chances conceded in their last 6 matches, compared to the 11 goals and 13 big chances conceded by the Saints. It's a decision that could once again go down to the wire, but I'm backing Erling Haaland as things stand.